is Ronnie. It's like 10:30 now. My barbecue's all warmed up out there, and I had them pork steaks, but then I already had a boneless pork chop thawed out after I was out playing around. So I put some. Figure I'd use that. And it dribbled. But a little Shaoxing Chinese cooking rice wine in a Ziploc bag that apparently had a little hole, and let it marinate for like 10 minutes is awesome. That's going to go on the Barbie out there. And I was in the mood for tots, so I'm going to put tots out there. And I like broccoli, and I got broccoli on there, so I'm going to show you how I do this. I got it on low heat right now. First thing I'm going to do, low heat on this thing with 2 burners is like 340 degrees. And I put it on the top rack. These tots are going to go on the top rack for about 10 minutes first. And then when I decide to throw my chop on, the top rack, they call the warmer rack, that's where I'm going to put that so it don't overcook it super fast. I'm going to take this broccoli in this old ceramic pot with no handle that has a hell of a history that I've had for over about 30 years now. That was a friend of mine that used to live with me's grandma that passed away, and she'd had it. I'm sure this is from I'm sure that's from the 40s. But no handle. Oh, nobody wants that. It's your grandma's. Use it. It's cool. It's got history, man. I love to cook. My mama was an awesome cook. I learned to cook from her. Long story short, when she was 14 years old, she cooked in the Depression when she was 14 years old, in 1935. She worked for a farmer, didn't stay at home. She worked because they were poor. She worked for another farmer that actually had money yet and didn't totally dry out. And cooked for the family and ate farm workers breakfast, supper, and dinner. And she just had, here's the stuff, cook it. That's your job. Boy, did she learn to cook by herself, from scratch. I learned from her. Little cats are running. I learned from her when I was little, because I love to cook. I bake. I thought about maybe being a chef one day, but to be a chef, you gotta live in a big city, and I hate big cities. So, yeah, there you go. So here's what I'm gonna do with this. Put this on top right now. Well, it's like 300. Well, I'm not grabbing that. Yeah, old welder guy, grab hot stuff. Now, I know it's about 350. So I'm going to let that sit for about 10 minutes, let them thaw out. And then I will bring my rollers didn't show up for the screen door. The projects, always waiting for parts. And then when I put the pork steak up on the top, also away from the superheat, I will put the broccoli in this little porcelain pot right on top of the flame so it can, and I will seal it tight and squish that foil around so it can sit there and steam. And basically by the time the chop's done, that'll be done. And I like broccoli. They were frozen, so that's all cool. But yeah, there you go. And Shaoxing Chinese cooking wine, awesome. Works great. And if you want a little, because it has salt added to the wine, and if you want a little bump, then you grab your Burgundy or whatever you have and pour on top of your pork steak or your pork chop or whatever while it's cooking. Just drizzle that on there and let that soak in. And yeah, it's awesome. Cool breeze. Yeah, I got new screen stuff for the screens where I had to tape where the grasshoppers ate holes through it last year too. But yeah, there you go. So yeah, there's just another deal. That's how I do it. I said this will go on the bottom on the flame. The pork chop will go on the top because otherwise 2 minutes, you got a footman cook. I don't like cooking stuff super fast unless I have to. But yeah, there you go. It's all good, man. Peace. Love. Tomorrow's a new day. Hopefully, it ain't raining. It was sprinkling and rain a little again. Hopefully, maybe it'll be dry enough and the wind ain't blowing like a big dog. I can go fly and crash some shit out here out back tomorrow morning before it gets hot. They said it was only supposed to be 75 degrees today, and it was 86, 87 here for quite a while. So, ain't no fun trying to fly when it's hot and humid when it's just been raining. But I am tempted and working on really gonna go fly tomorrow morning, I hope. So we'll see what happens. They said the wind's supposed to blow 16, but hopefully I can get out there before that and see if I can crash some shit. That'll be neat. Oh, there's a cat. Yeah, there you go, man. I love to cook. I can bake cakes. I can decorate cakes. Oh yeah, my mama taught me all kinds of neat stuff. Yeah, there you go. It's all good. The more you know, the better off you'll be. Even if you're just half-assed at it, at least you have an idea. Alright, man. Love y'all. It's beautiful here. I'm going to crank up the jams and then plug back in my YouTube. Yeah, it's going to be neat. And I'm just chilling. No wind tonight. It's just barely moving, but yeah. I got nighttime camera, but there's not even a moon. No starlight, no nothing. It's cloudy and it's a new moon tonight. I do have another quad I'm building with a starlight camera. As long as there is starlight, no bull ass. It'll be black and white, but I can see and fly if there's, a quarter moon and stars shining. I can see. It just showed up from China because all that backlog coronavirus flu bullshit. But yeah, I'll get that built. There's another project. I got all the parts now. I can get that done. I can fly at night, even if there's a little bit of starlight. It's called a starlight camera for a reason. It'll be in black and white, but it's awesome. All right, man. I just tell you, there's another update on projects I got. Love y'all. Peace. Love. It's all wonderful. Look at the beauty around you. Don't let shit get to you. If you got something that's wrong, fix it. If it ain't worth fixing and you know it, get rid of it. Move on. There you go. Still waiting on my parts for my Kia racer car. That'll be the end of next week. So, yeah, I'll have that to do too. But it's all good, man. Love y'all. Mwah! Big kiss. Out that way. Love you too. You know who you are. It's alright, man. Just keep swimming. You'll be fine. Love you. Y'all have a good one. I'll see you later. I'll be back. I promise.